Hello guys, welcome to this new video. Today I've got some more parts for the MRS, which are these bonnet struts. You might have seen me install these struts on the front. Wait, let me show you. I put these in myself. I built this bracket here myself and threaded it in on the bottom here. But there are some flaws with this design. I can insert a video here where I installed these. As you can see, I put some tape here. This strut was slightly hitting right here, and I had to cut quite a lot off this part on the side right here, and these are also starting to rust already. So yeah, don't be confused. In the corner there will be ad or something like that, because I got sponsored with these parts. There will be a link in the description for where you can buy them. And yeah, I got hooked up with these struts for the front, new ones, with dedicated installation hardware and brackets and everything. That should hopefully, I will give my honest review on that, make it fit a lot better than my own design. And then also bonnet struts for the rear, for the hood. So I'm pretty curious to see if these will hold up the heavy spoiler that I have on my MRS. So yeah, I would say I will show you how to install these and see if they fit. Alright, for the installation in the rear, you can see I installed the left side already. You have the two sides. This one goes to the top like that, and this goes to the bottom, to this bolt right here, which you change to this head right here, insert it here and put this washer under it. I bent this washer a little bit on this side, so it fits this little lip right here. So yeah, and then you need to remove this little clip. You just insert it back into the hole, and it's just flipping it back, and then you can just pull it out, and the bottom you can just push on. So yeah, make sure all these fittings are screwed on tightly. One of them were loose for me, but then make sure to orient it right. We need to orient it that way, and then turn this to the bottom. And then what you should always do with this kind of strut is compress it once or twice before installing it, like that, because this makes sure the actuator is not jammed or anything, and when you try to close your hood, something will bend or get destroyed. So always watch out for that. And then we have this piece right here. This gets bolted down here like this, and yeah, under that screw. And I would say let's do it. First we need to remove this top bolt right here and make sure to orient it right. You need to this like angled. You need this to go in like that with this knob to the bottom and to the left side, because if you mix it left and right, you can't really mix it left and right because it's marked. This says R on it, the other one says left on it. So just put it on like that. And you have this long hole, I push it in all the way, and then you need to tighten it without turning it, so with keeping it straight like that. Now we just need to remove this bottom bolt right here. As you can see, this fits, and I can show you how the washer will. Yeah, you can see it's yeah, it's too big, slightly too big. So we're going to bend this a little bit up so it will fit with the bolt. All right, and now you can see it fits perfectly. This is a 12mm. Alright, and now to install this strut, I pushed it on here first, on the bottom. And once you've put it on the bottom, remember to remove this first, just like that. And then you can push the top part on. Just make sure it clicks. And then take this little safety pin, find the hole where to insert it, like that. And then just spin it around and that should be perfectly secured. Yeah, the installation manual wasn't that useful because it was hard to see anything on the pictures, but yeah, with that, these are on, they shouldn't go anywhere. Make sure they are on tight, and with that you installed bonnet struts on your rear. Now let's try and see how it opens. Perfect! Very nice! Apart from slight modification of the washers, this fits pretty good, I would say. And as you can see, it also supports the heavy spoiler at the top. So, perfect! Alright, for the installation of the front ones, I'm first going to remove my old struts. As you can see, got the bit supported with a little stick, some gloves on it. And now these bolts are 12s, so we're going to remove one at a time. The new bracket only goes to one bolt, so yeah, with these ones right here. As you can see, they're identical left and right. Make sure to screw them in all the way, they don't come screwed in always. So, and also you can see, if I screw this out, you can see there's a little edge, and the edge there is a lot smaller, so we're going to turn it around and screw it in here, so it can go in all the way. And this will go right here, like that. Had to look on the instructions. These are, for the front, these are actually helpful. As you can see, it shows right there, you need to put those in like that. And then the bolt fits in, because the bolt doesn't fit. Okay, correction. As you can see for the front, when you try to put these screws in like that, they have this bigger part right here, so this won't fit. But you get a big washer for that, which fits this. And then you can install it like that. And now it should... it still doesn't quite fit. Yeah, to solve that problem, I'm going to use the Dremel and Dremel out these edges here a little bit, so this bigger part with the washer on will fit. It's just a tiny bit, but I don't want the screw like wobbling around like that. So yeah, let's get the Dremel. Alright, and just like that, as you can see, I just Dremeled up out a little bit, and now the bolt is completely flat. And yeah, I think I'm going to paint this a little bit, because normally it's I don't know if that's paint or powder coat, but it's pretty cool. But now I exposed a little bit of the raw metal, so I don't know if that's stainless or not, but I will paint it anyways, so it looks good. Alright, and while that dries, I'm going to remove the old struts. Alright, so as you can see, this hit here a little bit, like here everywhere where this is like brown from the rust. You can see these didn't survive that long. They're starting to rust here, and this is loose. but that's not that big of a problem. But as you can see also this right here, yeah. But for your interest, these are 150 newtons. This is the perfect strength. I think the new ones will be similar. I don't know for sure. I have no information on that, but if you're searching to build ones yourself, or to build this setup yourself, 150 newtons works perfectly. Alright, so we can already install these front parts. We will need that one. This will go on here like that. I would say that fits pretty decent. Yeah, just like that. Sits in there quite nicely. And then we get supplied with these two bolts. These fit on these washers, so I suppose, I mean the washer, we need that definitely. I suppose we could use that screw. I'm not sure, because you could also use the standard ones, which would be pretty similar to these from the rear. So I don't know which ones I like more, the stock ones or the new ones which you get in the kit. I have to say the stock ones look kind of out of place, because they already have this washer on, so the washer stubble doesn't look that good. So I'm going to use the new bolt. Alright, just like that. Now that these are dry, we can take our washer and our bolt, and as you can see, can't really see it that it's modified, but now it fits perfectly. But as you can see, this doesn't fit right here because this part is too thick, so we're going to put a washer under it. I just found some thicker washers. As you can see, these are the ones that were included in the kit, and these were the ones I had in my set right here. These are maybe double the thickness of the one which you get, and with that I put one under that part, and then the other one where the bolt goes through over it. I'm already currently installing the first one, but I wanted to put some thread locker on it. Alright, so with that new washer we're going to install this one, this part first, like that. Just snug it up, and then we're going to reinstall the bolt. Right, so this is hitting the hood ever so slightly, but I don't think that's gonna be a problem. So now we're going to take our strut, or again make sure to screw these on tightly. Then we're going to take the instructions, which say we're going to install it like this. Make sure also to rotate it in the right direction. Then we lift up the hood to fit this bottom part. Then you should be able to just push it on like that. And that supports the hood already. Very cool. I have to remove my old one completely. Alright, I'm slightly confused here because I was about to install the other part, but this one says right on it. And normally these things are meant from the driver's perspective, so this would be left and this would be right. But I installed this as the instruction said. You can see it with this tab facing backwards. So I put in the left one, but I closed the hood and it seemed to work perfectly. So I'm going to install it like the instruction says and not like the part says. But yeah, if it doesn't work, I will swap it left and right. And that's the second one. Alright, and with that, everything is installed. You can see how they're mounted at the top and how they're mounted at the bottom. There are also these pieces included, which have a thread that fits where this bolt goes, so you could also install this in the way that I installed my previous struts with this thing on the bottom right here. But I don't know how strong the thread is which is in here, and this always has this like torque around this thread, so for me it seems like there's a risk of bending this in the long way. So this being supported with a larger surface should be stronger than using this other part. But yeah, it fits perfectly. The struts are pretty how do you say, strong. It even holds up the hood like down here already. So they are, I don't know if these wore out already, but these are quite a bit stronger than my previous ones. But as you can see, you can close the hood as normally. It will take, you need to drop it from a little bit further up because of the struts, but as you can see, there's no strange gap right here. Mine, my old ones, pushed this edge up a little bit like here always, so these don't do that at all, so I'm pretty happy with that. Also on this side looks pretty decent. And then of course with my remote frunk opener, you can access the frunk and don't have to worry about anything. We can just put our stuff in, don't worry about holding up the frunk, so the frunk cover, let's call it hood. So yeah, perfect. And the same goes for the rear. As you can see, opens perfectly, even supports the wing. And I think these actuators actually help my hood to open every time, because in one of my videos I said that sometimes the hood doesn't open. But yeah, that works quite good now. One little addition or something that I like to do is to make sure these actuators last a long time, is to treat them with some silicone spray. You can just spray it on the bar at the bottom, and then just close and open your hood, so the silicone spray gets spreaded evenly. So yeah, I would call that a success. If you have any questions about the product or about whatever you may be interested in, feel free to leave me a comment or ask your questions. And yeah, this is already a little teaser for the upcoming video. Stay tuned for that. And yeah, I would say thanks for watching. Also thanks to Alex for sending out the parts. They were great, even though they needed slight modifications. Everything works great in the end. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!